and welcome to the Windy City Goofball podcast. Well, who do we have here but my man, the Windy City Goofball?
And my homie Judah Buddha.
Thank you.
Oh, his hairy self.
Yeah, take a load of that. Okay. So
Okay, don't
too
show
much.
that.
Too much.
Yeah.
So, buddy, how you been, man? It's we're in
same old. I wish I could say anything was new.
Yeah, a lot of
doing something goofy.
Well, you can't take the Windy City away from you.
Yeah, and they sure can't.
And they sure can't take the goofball. All right, so the things I was going to talk about, I noticed some people in our comment section are wrestling fans. It so happens that you and I have been to WrestleMania together.
Yeah, we have, folks. WrestleMania 32 in Cowboy Stadium, a.k.a. Jerry World.
Jerry World. That was a pretty sweet time. But I did not get to see this year's, and I've been sort of out of it sports-wise. I guess just all this COVID stuff has been sort of distracting for me and work and stuff. Tell me about it. What was it like? I saw in the comments that Fiend won or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
man.
yeah. 2 words could only describe that match. Hollywood Cena. I mean, that is a image that will live with me for the rest of my life.
What do you tell me about Hollywood Cena?
Well, then Bray Wyatt is dressed up as Eric Bischoff. He introduces it like Hollywood Hogan, and then Cena's out in the NWO cap, NWO shirt, and he's like making the Hogan entrance with the NWO belt. Jimi Hendrix, playing air guitar.
He's like the fourth man coming out, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, that must have been glorious, huh? Were you pretty stoked when it happened?
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off.
Now, I also saw that Gronk made it his debut and fell into the crowd and took the award for, I don't know, quickest win or something. I don't know. What would you say about it?
24/7 champ now, like I really give a shit.
What do you think about Gronk, though? Do you have any thoughts and feelings?
Not much.
No?
Not much at all.
I'm a huge Gronk fan. I saw him, I won't say what it is. I saw him on because it might spoil it for people, but he made a surprise appearance on the show I watch, and even though I'm not a huge Patriots fan, I'm a Packers fan.
Boo you. Everybody please flame him in the comment section. Right now!
And now I'm flamed. I'm on fire. See this? Look at this loud windbreaker I have. I love it. My grandpa gave it to me. Anyway, so.
Your grandma.
What, my grandpa? What, I mean,
whatever.
I would wear my grandma's too, but, it might be too small. But
he's a grandma's boy, folks. Flame him even further.
It's true, Nani. If you're listening, you know it's true. What else happened? Any standout? Who was the ultimate winner for you coming out of WrestleMania? Who this year? What WrestleMania is it?
36.
WrestleMania 36.
Who
was the big winner?
In Tampa this year.
Right. Instead, we get Brady in Tampa. But so first of all, who was the big standout for you?
Oh, it was the Boneyard match between Undertaker and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Should have saw that one. It was like something right out of a 90s action film.
Nice.
When Undertaker just came out there on the motorcycle, the song Bad to the Bone started playing in my head. You know, like when Arnold was Terminator 2, when Arnold takes the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Nice.
Where'd you get that action figure, by the way?
I found it on what do you call it? Facebook Marketplace. There was a couple. I got this guy too. Yes. I got a couple.
Yeah, he's like that way when he's having sex.
Oh, come on. How? Yeah. Is he even involved anymore in wrestling? I haven't seen him in a while.
Daniel Bryan? Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
He's like he's a manager now, right, or something like that.
No, he's still wrestling.
He's wrestling. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. His neck is completely healed. Everything's golden.
Yeah, he's held up. Yes.
Yes, he's held up. Whoa. Oh, we got to talk about that shirt. But first, last question about WrestleMania. Sweet shirt.
Yeah.
Last question. Was it different? There must have been different having no audience.
Yeah, it was. In fact, that was just heartbreaking for me.
What was different about it? Like, would you have known if you'd never heard that there was no audience? Was it just like really quiet? Did they pump in any noises? Like,
No, just audioing the wrestlers talking trash. I mean, why bother pumping in like crowd noise when there's no crowd there?
Yeah, that would have been awkward.
Hopefully, after we flatten the curve, maybe they'll just allow small crowds at the most.
Yeah, probably. Well, some people are talking about, I've heard pundits at least talk about, is that the possibility is being thrown around that they start allowing, like trickling, like letting first, like, I don't know, first restaurants, or then stadiums will probably be last because of so many people, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably bars, restaurants, stadiums, something like that. But putting an emphasis on letting people that have already had COVID-19, letting them out and letting them go back to their businesses, go out to restaurants, and then 2, letting young healthy people go out, and then really putting a lot of resources and effort towards protecting people over 60, people with underlying vulnerabilities. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it'll probably be another month before any of this cools off.
Yeah, it'll be a slow but steady process.
Yeah, and I'm sure it won't be like one day we're all locked down, the next day free for all. It'll probably be steps.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, baby. Okay, well, enough about that. I want to ask you. So, okay, well, not to belabor the COVID point, but instead to sort of tangentially talk about what's going on. You recently got back to school, and you've got a pretty heavy schedule when it comes to, you're at Columbia College, right?
Yeah.
And
junior. My major is acting, but there's still a possibility I might change to comedy writing and performance.
Oh, I think you'd do good at either one. You'd do very well. You're sort of you've got just the raw, like, idiosyncrasy that makes you interesting, to listen to and talk to, and that's why we're doing this. But how many classes do you have a week?
3.
Okay, so you got, well, it's still quite, like, I guess the thing I wanted to ask you about was, I've heard a lot of people talk about how frustrating it is to do online.
Yeah, I mean, after my first class yesterday, I was just tired and wanted to go.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. So, like,
I always prefer doing classes in person. It's easier.
Well, help me understand, because I love doing this kind of thing, but it must be a lot different than this, because everybody's saying how exhausting it is to do online. And I'm just scratching my head thinking, what am I missing? What is exhausting about it when you look back at it?
Well, I mean, when you're in class, there's like no clock. That makes it all go faster. And then, but at my home, I obviously have a clock, so it feels pretty slow.
So it's like more compartmentalized, it's smaller, and it feels more like it's dragging out rather than you being in it and just kind of flowing past you type thing.
I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Can we let go now? I'm looking forward to resuming the comedy class on Friday. For homework, I'm supposed to like come up with either a YouTube or a TED Talk. I'm thinking about maybe talking about the angry video game nerd.
Is that a YouTube personality?
Oh yeah, you never heard of him?
Angry.
Been around since like before I was 20. I mean, he's a guy who like reviews shitty games, and then he starts saying, "Oh my god, this is a shitty ass goddamn load of motherfucking bull."
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I can sing this whole song for you right now.
No, that's okay. I get the point.
No, come on, let me sing it.
Okay.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry video game nerd. Anybody who's ever followed James Wolfe in the past, they'll get it.
That's great, man.
How to say his last name?
So you've got it memorized.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's great. That's fascinating, and that was a great rendition of it, by the way.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for the talk about it? Are you just going to kind of explain who
Maybe
he
I'll talk
is?
about how I related to him. I never liked playing video games where I was losing, and I would just lose my ever-loving mind. Turn it into a basket case.
Oh, what are some of those? What are your most hated games?
Hated games.
Did you ever play Ninja Gaiden?
No, I heard that when you die, you have to start all the way back from the beginning. That must be such a bitch.
Yes.
I mean, I hate it when they just but when you're so close to being back to the stage and they make you start all the way back from the beginning, it's such an inconvenience.
Yes. Yes. Starting back, having saved places to come back to, I think that sort of revolutionized video games. It's kind of like nowadays when you play first person, not first person, but the MOBAs, those arena games where you die but you come right back, and the more you die, the longer it takes to come back. Have you seen those games like League of Legends and Dota?
No, I have not.
Okay, or what is it? Well, there's a couple out there that you might have heard of, but I can't think of the name. Yeah, I mean, remember, so maybe the folks out there don't realize we live, obviously, WindyCityGoofball, we live in the Chicagoland area, and there is a great place to go play video games, which is closed, of course, right now. And
Headquarters. It's a nostalgia 80s and 90s arcade beer bar type setting.
Yeah, it's called something else now, though.
It is?
Yeah. They changed the name, but I was actually talking about Ignite Gaming Lounge.
Oh yeah, we go there all the time. I destroy him in Mario Kart all the time. He's the worst player ever. Blame him.
You know, the truth is,
like you've never flamed anybody before.
The truth is, though, you're really good. I've played a lot of people, and more than I'm bad. Well, I am pretty bad. Although you got to admit, I've gotten better. But
yeah, you have.
Thank you. But for the most part, you are really good at Mario Kart. What do you attribute that to? Why do you think you're so good at it?
Yeah, I just put I just always keep my finger on the accelerator button at all times, and I don't let go.
Come on, that's what I do too. There's something else. You got to have so to me, the trick comes down to when you deploy. So getting through, what do you call the boxes where you get something, you get a little present? What are those called when you go through them?
Yeah, you get like a mushroom or a shell or a star.
Yeah, I forget what they're called, but when you deploy those, I think there's a real, you do it in a good way where you hold on to them.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just a matter of knowing when to hold them and knowing when to throw them, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, all right. Well, we're coming to a close for our time. Do you have any last words or thoughts, Goofball?
Well, all I have to say is if you like the content that we're putting out here, please sub to me, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, we actually.
I know that's the most generic message in the world, but I can't think of anything else to say. So sorry.
Yeah, I see a lot of people commenting and liking, but feel free to give us a sub too. I know it's not trendy or.
No, sub to me, not to him.
No, I'm talking about to the Windy City Goofball. So give Windy City Goofball a little subaroo, and if we get to how many subs are we at right now? Do you know?
70.
Whoa! So if when we get to 100, when Windy City Goofball gets to 100, what should we do? We will hit Windy City Goofball. Will put a whipped cream pie in my face.
Oh, and a virtual one too.
Okay. We'll time it so that you throw it that way, and it goes. No, you throw it that way towards me, and I'll throw it off. I'll throw it off screen, but we got to practice it.
Yeah, we do.
The virtual. We might be the only ones in history. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I think we might. If we can pull it off, we might be the only ones in history to do a virtual pie in the face.
Wouldn't that be historic?
Well, dude, it's good talking to you again, and we appreciate everybody. Remind everybody to like, subscribe, and leave us a little comment. Tell us. Oh man, I forgot to look at the comments. Did anybody leave any requests?
No, but if you got any special requests, feel free to request away. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. We got a little bit of a deluge of people checking in, and so let me check really quick to see if there was any pressing requests. Windy City Goofball. We should make that your intro. Windy City Goofball. No, nothing. Okay, so oh, Charlize Theron. Somebody corrected me. What did I say? I had said something else.
I don't know what you said.
Remember we were talking. Okay, whatever. You guys yeah, wrestling. I thought there were some people that talked about wrestling. Fiend destroyed Cena. I guess they liked that, so that was a big highlight, huh?
I hate to disappoint most of you, but I'm not an anti-Cena guy.
Oh, okay. I do have a Cena somewhere on here. I should grab him. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody said they agreed about Top Gun. All right. Well, I guess there's no really big requests. No, still not a request. Well, so guys, I appreciate your guys' comments, but also leave requests. I guess, there it is. Somebody did request about Mania, so good. We already fulfilled their request. But yeah, fulfill our request and our most, what is it called? Our biggest fantasy, and leave a comment in the section below and subscribe. Well, do you have any big plans for tonight?
I'm just doing my civic duty of social distancing and staying at home.
All right.
I'm a responsible adult.
You've been training for this all your life.
And now I'm here. I'm coming through in flying colors.
You are, dude. I'm proud of you.
Honor when this is over.
I salute thee in the name of Lori Lightfoot. Amen.
Amen, brother.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.